Mike, let's talk about your pregame preparations and what's been going on in practice so far.
We're just trying to do the best job we can of preparing and doing the things that we do best and trying to fine-tune those things offensively, defensively, the things that we think are important, talking about the different aspects of our game, trying to do the best we can with what we're doing. We're very concerned about the things that Florida does, but until we get our stuff right, we can't move forward to Florida stuff.
How much different is this week than last week or any other week?
I just think that the feel is a little bit different. The anticipation a week ago of you're trying to attain a goal, you have attained a goal this week, but you really haven't attained a goal because you're trying to go win games. And I think that's very, very important. And I know that a lot of people, when I say that, they look at me like, well, you've lost your mind. But if you don't believe that you can go do something, then you're not going to be capable of doing it. If you don't plant that seed months and months and months ago or years with the James Holben, Shamir Davis, O.J. Evans, then you haven't done your job to put them in a position to where they can be prepared to go into a game against a caliber team like Florida.
And then these guys are all aware of what happened in 2006, and so that's got to help knowing it did happen here to guys who were wearing the same uniform.
There's no doubt about it. It has happened. And they need to understand that. And every year it seems like somebody knocks somebody off. So we're going to go do the best job we possibly can. Florida is an unbelievable opponent. Billy Donovan's an unbelievable opponent. His staff is phenomenal. They do such a great job in every area of their game. And so, you just got to be excited about the opportunity and go and compete.
All right, let's talk about the routine this week for you. Obviously a lot more different with media demands, and fans, I'm sure, are eager to congratulate you. It's tough to carve out the time, isn't it?
It's pretty tough, but it's great. You really feel good when people are excited. And you're going to a restaurant and somebody sees you there and they say, hey, congratulations. That means that the people in Natchitoches are happy. And that's what we always want to do. And we constantly talk about our kids of representing the university well, representing the community well, representing their team well. And when you go do something, you reap the benefits of the seeds you've sown.
Okay, let's specifically talk about your team's alertness, focus, and where you think they are right now.
I would like for us to be a little bit more focused, a little bit more alert. I think we've kind of been in a little bit of the fog, hey, we did this, and, I'm all this in a bag of chips, and we just need to understand we got to get ready and go get it done. It's new territory for a lot of those young men. Several of them have been in state championship games, numerous state championship games, won state titles, but this takes it to another level. And we don't want to get in a position to where we're uptight. We just need to be relaxed. We've achieved getting there. Now we just need to go play and take care of our business and do the best we can to put ourselves in a position to advance.
How much conversation we have with the guys as you head to Austin about what they'll experience once you're on the ground in Austin?
We really haven't had a lot of time to explain that to them because, and that's something that we'll be doing tomorrow after we finish practice, and we'll have a little bus time, about 6 hours worth of bus time, that we'll discuss some of those things with them. But, it's a tough balance because you've got to be business, but you've got to stop a minute and reflect on where you're at. Because having had the experience, fortunately, and God's blessed me to be in 2 of these NCAA tournaments, sometimes you get in such a hurry that you don't stop and you don't smell any of the roses, and it's just you never really experience it. So you've got to find a balance there. Hey, we did this. And I did that last night by actually looking at the end of the game on video and watching the reactions of the kids. And I joked with them this morning in the back before I was having a pretty stern talk with them that it was amazing to sit there and watch them and see the emotions, and then for me to tell them that I didn't get a chance to call timeout and say, hey, when we win, act like you were supposed to have won.
But you saw a lot of little boys out there.
Oh, I tell you what, it was just really, really humbling. It made me feel like they were on the same page of what we were trying to do, and to see them jubilant, not broken, but jubilant in tears over what they'd experienced and what they'd worked on. I think Q's statement that we've got to sign comes from a lot of invisible mornings was a very, very good statement. We have that in our dressing room, and we're working in here and nobody knows we're working. As far as anybody else knows, we never practice because not many people walk in here. So it was a very special time to watch that.
All right, among preparations, the always critical wardrobe preparation. You have been known in the past to wear the opposing team's colors in big games. Blue and orange Florida Gators. I don't know if you have anything in the closet.
I took some blue in. I have 2 blue suits and a blue sports coat. We'll see how it goes. I know that I got a message from a dear friend of mine, and he said he didn't want to see me wearing that brown shirt.
We're with freshman point guard Jalen West, the Southland Freshman of the Year, getting ready for the NCAA tournament this week. Jalen, let's talk now that you know something about Florida and that you guys have a purpose here in practice and you really are working on things you need to work on. How are things going so far in preparation for Friday?
I think they're going pretty good. We've been having some intense practice, and we've been getting out there pretty good and going over that stuff, and I think we'll be all right against them.
Okay, what now do you know about Florida?
Really, I just know that they kind of up-tempo team like us, and they can shoot it, and they got some strong guys inside, and they got some great guards. So.
All right. Obviously, you've got championship experience on a much different level, but you have played for a state champion in high school. You've played 4 state championships. You know what postseason is about at the highest level of Louisiana high school basketball. So how does that experience help you?
I think it helps a little, but at a high school level, I think it's probably different in college. But all of it the same. You lose one game, you're done, and everybody want to win the championship.
Now, you also have some summer ball experience against some guys who play for Florida, I believe.
AAU, yeah. Me and Patrick play on the same AAU team. We played against some of the guys from Florida, and we seen them play and know how they play a little. And the game probably changed over the summer in college. And I just look forward to playing against them again.
Is there a difference in the Demons this week than there was last week?
Yeah, I say it is. I think we got more confidence now that we won our tournament. I think we're more intense in practice, and everybody looking forward to playing in the NCAA tournament.
You've played 31 games. 11 of them have come down to the last minute. You've won 8 of those. How is that?
I think we just finished down the stretch real good. Got a lot of stops and preparation. We prepared for those situations. I think the coaching staff did a great job on that, and we just followed through what they give us to do.
You seem to be a pretty even-keel guy, but how excited are you about this?
I'm pretty excited. I'm really this once-in-a-lifetime chance for most guys, and everybody look forward to doing something like this, so it's a big experience for me.
You're a freshman. Do you see more of this in the future?
I would hope so. We got a pretty good team, and coming back, and we got some good recruits coming in, so I think we'll try to make a tournament again.
Senior forward James Holben, a guy who already has his college degree. You're trying to get another postgraduate award. Talk about the team's preparations now as we prepare for Florida Friday in the NCAA tournament, and you know something about the Gators. What's the purpose in practice now?
Just getting ready, mentally and physically, going over the scout reports, make sure everyone's locked in. It's a critical time of the year. Everyone wants to go to the NCAA and win games, so that's our main focus here.
What about the Gators now that you know a little bit about them?
Transition team, they knock down a lot of open shots. Sometimes they try to slow the ball down, so they limit possessions. Where we like to run, so we're gonna have to speed them up.
They're very good defensively, as far as one of the better teams in the country, one of the top teams in the country, as far as what they allow per game. How do they compare to Stephen F. Austin defensively?
They just, like I say, they slow the ball down, less possession. So I think that's how they do it. But we'll try to speed them up. Just play our basketball.
Okay, this week in practice, any different than last week?
I would have to say just a little bit, not too intense, but, we still focus, just make sure everything's sharp and everyone's on point.
Now, what about the, if you will, hype about the big dance and the excitement on campus, the excitement back home in Shreveport-Bossier? How has that changed and magnified?
It's changed a lot. Everyone's happy for us. Shreveport, we got 3 guys from Shreveport-Bossier. Everyone's happy for us, and the campus is just very excited. Everyone's happy for us.
All right. Now, how can you keep things kind of somewhat normal? How you guys keep it down to earth, so to speak.
No, just be yourself. You know, just look at it as a blessing of getting to go to the NCAA tournament and just have fun and play basketball.
All right. Now that said, how excited are you?
Very, very excited.
All right. Tell me, give me about 2 sentences on your emotions and your excitement level.
My emotional excitement level would have to be, I'm just overwhelmed. You know, when the clock hit 0 when we was in Katy, Texas to clinch the conference championship, it was just so many emotions going through my head, and it was just see my teammates and the coaches all excited. It was just a real good feeling.
All right. Now going forward, what are your primary thoughts for the rest of this week?
Get the win. You know, go down there and compete and get the win. I know we'll have a good support system traveling with us since we're playing in Austin, Texas, so try to get the win.
You'll be able to look up in the stands and see a lot of folks you know. How's that going to feel?
Feel good. It feels good to have your family and your friends with you that's just rooting for you. It feels really good.